And now I'll be doing the Maschine Easter egg, or the main quest guide. Now for my loadout I pick, I'll be using the Spaz 12. As for the attachments I have, well, of course the blueprint doesn't really matter, but in terms of the attachments, the 24.8 task force sighting point, the 12 round tube, and the marathon stock. As for my field upgrade, it will be the Ether Shroud. So being able to ignore a lot of enemies, and if Ring of Fire, it's really unnecessary steps. And stuff you need for the Easter egg is, of course, the die Wonder Weapon itself, including the 4 elements, as well as having at least a lethal equipment on you for C4 and stem checks. I'll explain it as we go through the step. And of course, the first step usually is just turn on the power and build the pack-punch machine. So we'll get to the point. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright, a couple of rounds later, once you build the pack-punch machine, I also went in and shoot this little crate here to get the fuse part, which you can only get it during entering the Dark Ether. Once this head of the plane has been lifted. So your next objective is to go to a portal, basically the Anomaly, which you can see on your minimap by this star icon. So interact with it. It will take a couple seconds. And the first thing you want to look at the words writing in the dark, I guess in Ether, which is of course the stairs. So there are 3 of these Ether scope you must collect. One is underneath the stairs, one is close to the vent near the accelerator, and one is located on top on the crash side of the plane. And each time you pick one up, you're gonna have to deal with the plague hounds. So watch out, there are quite a lot. But it should be no problem. And while you're on a Dark Ether, it's probably your best chances to look for the other items as well for the crystals, so you can get other stuff you may need. You may get either free perks, maybe another weapon. So there's one piece right here, but it's not there. So one is mostly located inside the vent. Basically locate on the lower room, basically where the opposite, where the elemental pop is. So we head there right now. And you can see the next one, when you go to each of these Anomaly, it will say where you need to go first. So the next one we have is vent. So here it is, pick it up. And of course, just watch out for the plague hound spawning in. So I'm going to grab the last piece. Once you do grab the last piece of the Ether scope, you will be turned back to your reality automatically. Once you got all the free pieces, just deal with the plague hounds. And bring it to the workbench right next to the pack-a-punch to build the Ether scope. As I make my way towards there now. Here it is, just assemble it and grab it. Alright, now I'll see you in the next step. And at the same time, you want to pick up this book right next to the top, and next to the computer. When you hear the Ephers go say anomaly detected, look for these things, and you have to interact with at least 2 times. And it will do the speech. And be careful, that one will spawn a payday, I think it's called. Or you can see the word is called Megaton Overload. The next look at that one, that's not it, but the other ones are, there's one spot right here next to the, where you build the particle accelerator. And the other one is located, the second location will be right here. So you basically had to interact with basically all 3 of these ones with vocal. I don't know if you need, for the best guess, just wait for him to do his speech so you can move on to the next one. After all, you don't have enough time to get all 3 of them, so I'm just gonna go all 3 of them just in case. And I'll see you for the next step after when Vocal's done speaking. After you interact with the computer again, after you talk to Vocal, you're going to need to collect these 3 parts here with using the die weapon. And some of you are... Oh, thank God, that's helpful. So yeah, you need to first I blasted with the fire button to knock down that crate, and use the L2 button or the aim down sight button to suck up to get that little canister. So I go over here to pick up this empty flask and place it on here next to this fungus, where you can get the mutated fungus just letting the Megaton try to hit you. If you let it hit the tree get hit by that radiation, it will alter, so it will take a minute to do. And once you get the die weapon, you may notice there's a lot more anomalies popped up, a lot more now, and some of them will be responding to where you need to go for your next step. So of course I'll explain each as we go on how to upgrade, or at least get different type of elements for the die weapon. The fire element, so what you want to do is of course pick up that canister from the head of the plane if you do. And you want to enter the portal here. Just avoid the Maya Jack. And you want to place it right here. And of course place the little canister down here as well. And where you need to kill the plague hound for the gas. Now that you have the canister in place, you head up to the crate that you see in the truck next to the pond, break it open, you get the fire element. Now I'm on to the next one is right here. And this anomaly here will take you to get the free crystals where you need for the electric die weapon. So interact with this one. And you better off just run as you go as you can. Now there's free crystal you must collect, and you want to make sure you don't have a fully loaded die weapon. Of course, you had to force to fire the weapon. So watch out for the dude. Now you gotta collect these orange crystals. There's one on top of the building in the penthouse on the NAC building. Then our location will be located when you go inside the tunnel when you enter the project end station, which is usually located next to the crash site, as basically next to Jug. And the third and final location will be located in the pond, this side is about to enter from that tunnel side. Now once you do get a crystal, you want to deposit it with the R2 button. And also you have to be doing this in the dark ether. I did try this one time during the when it was not the dark ether, and it didn't count for me, so you want to make sure it does count. Since I probably don't have enough time to get the other one, I'll just move on to the next one. Interact with the Anomaly again to finally get the third crystal right here. And now once you deposit the last of the orange crystal to the crate, the dark ether will end, and we're going to have to do it again. Also, if you're missing any spectacle, there should be one right here, but I think that's maybe later on. So anyway, now you could just interact and deposit this one, and there you go, that's all free. And the last one I need is for the dog, or the plague hound to come by, so I'll see you soon. I finally got the canister from the plague hound. Just placed here on this crate and just destroy it. Don't worry about the gas; it will not harm you. And now for this one, you're going to need to go to the medical bay and make sure you have each different type of the element from the dye weapon.
Fortunately for us, unlike Nova 6, it is not fatal.
So you want to go to this huge canister, and there will be different colors on each side, so you have to find the one that fits the color. So I presume this one's either yellow or green, so I might hit the wrong one, but that's okay, it could be. You know you'll got it when it actually raises up. So the next one we have is, of course, is going to be the electric.
Electrovolt ammo. I suspect your enemies may find it shocking.
So I presume this is yellow, which should make sense. It will be right here, so you had to shoot a couple more times. And of course there's the ice one right next to it. So after you've done all four, I'll show you in a bit. You shoot all four, the anomaly will appear right in the room between the medical bay and the particle accelerator. Interact with it, and you want to head up here and interact with the activate with the ghost here. And it says the word stolen, which they stole something from this. While at the same time, there's also should be a word ghost here. And this will give you explanation where they hide a little artifact, which is way up here on this tree. Now, there's probably another one I know. Ah, damn. Oh well. Oh well, I think it will spawn there later on for the ghosts. Anyway, once they those two stop talking, there will be a dark ether winch you can pick up. So take it, and you want to bring it to the tank, which is located in the spawn, which is the yard. Basically, pretty much in the map where you spawn. So go here, use to repair the tank, I guess, 3 times, or make a bang noise, and there will be a zombie that you're going to need to kill. And this is where you want to have a 7-6 grenade. Throw it at that hatch. Of course, this will go off, and the round will hit this tree, and have the artifact should be dropped out from the tree. And you want to pick up this artifact, which is the decontamination agent. But before you do, they will spawn plague hounds, so I advise for you to take them out first before you do anything else. Okay, once the dogs are clear, pick this up. Now you can't sprint with this, so my advice for you is to have, basically with stamina up, especially with the first upgrade, you want to walk backwards. When you actually walk backwards, you move way faster than you are when moving forward. Of course, bring this all the way to the, you want to place it in here, and there you go. Now on to the next step. The next step you want to do is to have a megaton, and make sure you have a split megaton, but don't kill it. You're going to need to bring it to the giant container in the medical bay. So my advice to you would be, dispatch every other zombie and try and bring it to the medical bay. So make sure it follows you to it. Of course, to make things easier, you can able to ping on the zombie, so it helps them to track towards your location. And you gotta bring them in the circle way here. Once they get in the circle, they will be sucked up into the container, and once you get the 2 of them in place, you want to interact with the computer. So just play around with them until you get it. Until you see one that gets sucked up. Then try to get the other one. Okay, as 2 of them are in place, interact with the computer. You're gonna have a little bit of a cutscene where the megaton will be merged again, but this time with a live subject. Known as Loadout. Well, after Olive makes an escape, we need to escape as well, as we're gonna have a lot of megaton and the plague hounds. Well, maybe 1 megaton, but a lot of plague hounds, and the particle accelerator will be basically pitch black, and that's where Olive will be. We can't really see him, so we had to go to the dark ether. Now, the last anomaly will appear in the DAC building, and this is the final area where you must go. So, since this is going to be the point of no return, I would recommend you to stock on everything you can. Stock on with perks, packing your weapon, get some high damage with your weapon, and of course get some monkey bombs, get your fully attacked armor, and of course I'll get them fully loaded, fully stocked, and I will see you when before the final objective begins. See you then. Alright, as you're about to, now, since you have loaded up, just go to the corner here where or this corner table here, interact with it, and Olive's gonna stare at the painting or the picture of his family, and once you do pick up the photo, you'll go straight to the particle accelerator, and Olive will start talking to you, and will explain, he will shut down the particle accelerator and hopefully destroy it for good. And I'll see you. I'll skip this part ahead when we get onto the next objective and the last one. Alright, so this step we basically had to defend Olaf as he shut down the particle accelerator, so you don't have to worry about defending him as much, as he's a very tanky boy. Just worry about yourself and watch out for the, of course, the Super Megaton along with 2 splits of it. So just be careful. That's why I have the one weapon here. That's why the electrical is much more better. So just watch out. Now if you feel like you're overwhelmed, you can always throw a monkey bomb if you have any. And there's a lot of these megatons. But it shouldn't be no problem. Remember, if you get overwhelmed, just use the Ether Shroud. And you can see he has basically no health, so don't worry about him. Of course, I don't think you failed at this point. But yeah, do be careful, watch out for a lot of these Megatons. Especially if they only attack, so that's why you want to kill the Super Megaton, because they keep spawning the regular ones. So with that being done, look, it's still one of the more powerful weapons right here. You don't have to worry about much with ammo, considering that the Megatons keep dropping a lot and drop armor plates as well. So make it easier to restock. Of course, you had to do this 3 times. So this is the second one. The third one, so we look at the bottom. That's done. You gotta go all the way down here, and this is the last spot you need to defend. So, well, just do the usual and pay attention to the zombies and the Megatons. I also picked Dead Wire too, since I have enough points, as it really helps and it makes really good wonders. Plus, it does a little bit more damage to the Megaton, so that's a no-brainer. Remember, you can actually climb other objects too, so you don't have to worry about the limited space you can make. So be careful. Watch out for the melee type for the Megaton, because they do a lot of damage. Alright, now that is over, Olaf will give us a little bit of a farewell, and it's Well, there's gonna be a rest in pepperoni for Olaf. Of course. Now, of course, I don't recommend to bring Tombstone because it's a very bad idea. But now you have to get out of here, so as it goes away, avoid the blue lightning shit. And of course, you're on a timer too, so just avoid. Because it's an instant death, so avoid as much as you can. I use Eager Shroud because there was a big cock block. Let's avoid all this. Wait out for the chopper to arrive. Hold up a little bit. And there you go. That is the Easter egg for the main quest of Die Machine done. So yeah, the reason I did not request to or not suggest to get Tombstone now is if you activate the ghost, you will be spawned outside the area and you can't get in there. So your best option was just avoid it and just use a self-revive instead. After all, self-revives are better than Tombstone. Hopefully the tier 4 or 5 for the Tombstone will be a lot better as is the 2 release. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone. Until next time, farewell and have a wonderful day everyone.